Well, good morning. It's Saturday, July the 13th, 2019. I'm on my way to a job. It's about 8:20 in the morning. Try to get out there early and not too early that it's unreasonable for the customer, but early so that it's still cool. So the nest is under an eave, like 8 to 10 feet up over below the gutter, and it's getting to be that they can't, difficult to be in the walkway where their house, in front of the house, and the driveway, because it's just worker activities picking up. So this is about the time when people start wanting them removed. There's a certain number of workers, usually gets to over 30 to 40 workers, and then they want them to be removed, which is understandable if they're in a bad spot. If they're not in a bad spot, I just say, let them go. They only last for one season, and then they're abandoned. So if you can tolerate them, let them go. But if you can't, if you're allergic or they're in a bad spot, then I definitely would suggest having them removed. Would be the way to go. So yeah, it's been an interesting year. I had 2 honeybee calls. One I got last week, and I was able to determine it through the pictures they sent that it was honeybees. So I said I couldn't take it. And then the other honeybee call that I got, I went out there. We weren't sure what it was. It turned out they were honeybees. I filmed it. I had an expert beekeeper, an acquaintance of mine, Keith, come out and take a look at it. And for whatever reason, we couldn't find anyone to do it. But then one of my viewers, luckily, was actually interested. A viewer from Delaware. So thanks for doing that, Nick. Good luck. Maybe you can make a YouTube video if you're watching. I'd like to, if you can, I'd like to see a YouTube video of it. But I'm glad one of my viewers was able to help the lady out with those honeybees. So I hope the colony can get out and get the colony out. And then let's see what else. So it's just been an interesting year. Still been busy, but I haven't been able to film as much. I'd rather focus on quality over quantity anyway. And there was 2 ground nests that I did so far this year. One was in Maculifrons in a basement window well. There was a bunch of leaves in there, and then the eastern yellow jackets made themselves at home in it, so I cleaned that out, but the video didn't turn out good. And then there was another one. It was the same day. It was like the first week of July. Squamosa nest under some bushes. It was actually a mixed eastern and southern yellow jacket, but the southern yellow jacket queen kills the eastern yellow jacket queen when the first workers of the eastern yellow jacket hatch out around that time, and then she uses those eastern yellow jacket workers to help rear her own brood, and then it's a mixed colony for a while with the 2 species workers working side by side, and then it's eventually just a full southern yellow jacket squamosa nest. So it's interesting how that works. I know this is another year. This is like supposedly it's been like 2006, because back in 06 it was a bunch of monster perennial southern yellow jacket nest in southern Alabama, Louisiana and stuff. I think it's mostly in southern Alabama, but it could be other places too. I know Florida always has them, but 2019 was very similar to back in 2006 with just the amount. I think there were like 3 confirmed perennial nests so far this year. And I think back in 2006 there was like 20 or something. I don't know the exact number, but it was a lot. So yeah, it's turning out to be an interesting season. So yeah, and then there was another call I got. I got a few calls this past week, but this is the first one that I'm filming. So yeah, I'll see what the situation is when I get there. Like I said, as of right now, I just know that it's a ball-shaped nest under an eave. So it's probably either a bald-faced hornet or an aerial yellow jacket nest. So I'll see you once I get there. Going to Wayne, Pennsylvania this morning. All right. All right, so here's the nest, bald-faced hornet nest. Nice browns in it. Now with this nest, I'm actually going to put it inside of a pillowcase, and I wanted to thank Travis and Toby and Lee Rockefeller over at Rock's Free Hornet Removal in Michigan for the idea. Put them in the pillowcase, that way they can't chew through it and it's still breathable, because I hope to put the nest, I did vacuum out most of the workers, I hope to put the nest in the woods. So yeah, they won't suffocate the pillowcase, and they also can't chew through it. It's also less waste, because of course the pillowcase is reusable. So yeah, thanks Travis and the rest of the Rockefellers. All right, bye-bye. This is actually more difficult than it looks. And I got my arms around the ladder, trying to keep my balance, and also the fine motor. Required to get the nest, but I got it down. All right. Remove that. It's cosmetic anyway. Hopefully the GoPro's picking it up. I had to readjust the ladder, but that's it. In the pillow. In the pillowcase. So yeah, here's the nest. Looks like it went queenless. I don't see the queen. So yeah, that's the catch. Some of it. And that's how it's done. That's how I do it. All right, enjoy the rest of your day.